Hey guys, welcome to Las Vegas. This is race number 3 of the Allstar Offline Racing Series. If you want to just skip the first race, go right to the second race, look in the comments, you'll find the timestamps. Yes, I did say second race. We are having 2 races. So, you see these drivers right here? They are all going to be in this first exhibition race. We've got more than 42 cars now signed up in this offline league. And this is going to be really intense, really crazy, because this game can only allow 42 cars in a race. Now, my car here, number 663, the car I use offline and such, he counts basically as a car. I count as a car. So instead of having 43 cars that can run, there's 42 cars now, because I don't race. I basically just watch everybody else. I watch all the AI cars go around the track. So that means that we'd have right now we'd have 3 cars that would be sitting out and not getting any points. So what I've decided to do, instead of just letting the game pick 42 random cars and throwing them in this race, I've decided to do a 14-lap race here at Las Vegas. It'll change, the laps will change at each track, but 14 laps here to determine who makes it into the main race. Now, the top 32 cars in the points are safe. You guys don't have to worry about missing anything. 33rd place on down to last, and the new people that had signed up, you guys are in this race, unfortunately. 10 of you can go on to the main race, and 3 of you will have to go home. Now, the 3 cars that do not make it, you guys will get provisional points. You will get points still, so don't worry. But you'll miss the main race. You won't be able to compete for like a top 5 or a top 10, which is not good, because you want to be competing for the win and everything. But don't worry, because this is a very long season. All the car ratings are the exact same, so it's not like you're gonna lose the championship just because you miss a race or 2. You could get up there pretty far in the points with a good finish. Everybody is kind of well, everyone is going to probably finish everywhere, if that makes any sense. I don't think that did. I'm really tired. I probably should be going to bed, but nope, we're doing this instead. So 3 cars have completed all the points races so far. That's the 29 Jacob Britt, the 24 Pablo West, and the number 09 of Evan McCollum. They are all 3, unfortunately, in this race, trying to make the main race. They've all 3 been involved in wrecks at both races, at Daytona and Rockingham. Really bad start to their season, but they're not out of it yet, so don't worry if you're any of those 3 drivers. Few cars have signed up with us in the last day or 2, and they're making their first appearance here. We're going to go through the field here in a second. Qualifying is now complete. So, let's look at the starting lineup here at Las Vegas.
Drivers, to your cars.
We've got the 30, Ron Jackson, starting first. He wrecked last week at Rockingham. The 27 of Benjamin Wallace making his first appearance. Number 4 of Gary Harmon starts third. 4th is Jacob Britt. 5th place, Sheila Harmon. She is making her first appearance. 6th place is the 20 of Yale Carrillo. The the 00 car of Jeremiah Dwayne starts in 7th place. 8th place is Evan McCollum. That number 00 car is making his first appearance, by the way. The number 90 of Jacob Johnson. We've got the number 41, Tyrell Resner. He's making his first start. We've got the number 66, Darwish Jr., number 24, Pablo West, and the number 37 of Cesar Ramirez.
Drivers, start your engines.
Field getting ready. They just got the command to start their engines. 10 cars are going to be able to proceed to the main event here at Las Vegas. 3 cars are going to have to go home with a provisional. Who is going to make it into the main race? Obviously, if you start near the front, that's a really good sign that you're going to make it, but you never know. One driver right now sweating bullets is that 24 of Pablo West. He has had a horrible start to the season, and not making it into this race would be even more catastrophic for him. But he might be able to bounce back still. I believe he could if he doesn't make this race. I really don't want to start pulling for favorites or anything, but I am pulling for Pablo. I'm hoping he can change his season around and get to the front. We're going to find out in 14 laps who is going to be in the race. The main race at Las Vegas is going to start right after this race. So these top 10 cars are going to make the field. They're going to qualify with the rest of the cars, and then we will go 67 more laps at Las Vegas. Who is going to win? Who's going to be out? Stick around, we'll find out in 14 more laps. The 30 of Ron Jackson going to bring the field down to the green flag. Green flag in the air. Didn't look like Ron got a good start. Look at Gary Harmon, Sheila Harmon on the inside, and Jeremiah Dwayne. They're all trying to get past him already. The 27 of Benjamin Wallace, he got a pretty good start. He's on the outside, 3 wide for the lead here at Las Vegas. The other main thing that I'm kind of concerned about are these guys going to be able to make it to the end without crashing. 3 wide still for the lead. Gary Harmon nudges ahead just a little bit over Ron Jackson. Ron Jackson now on the outside. He's going to try to hold his position. Benjamin Wallace is going to fall back a little bit. Let's look at the battles back here that's happening. Jeremiah Dwayne now trying to go underneath Sheila Harmon at 33 car. They're 3 wide for second place. They're 3 wide behind them as well. Pablo West, in the meantime, he falls back. Tyrell Resner, Cesar Ramirez, and Pablo West are the 3 cars out of the transfer spots right now. Right now, the 66, Darwish Jr. holding on to his transfer spot. He's going to be able to get a little further ahead now in the field. Evan McCollum now falls back out of the transfer position. Huge battle back here. For Gary Harmon, it looks like he is going to start to pull away from the field a little bit, but we're going to watch the cars back here. Sheila Harmon trying to hold on to second place. Look at the 20 of Yale Carrillo, almost got into the side of Darwish. Now Pablo West is going to get a transfer position now. He's in the top 10. Yale Carrillo, Tyrell Resner, and Evan McCollum now outside of the top 10. We've got 3 wide. I thought it was going to be 4 wide up there for a second. Sheila Harmon now on the outside of 3 wide. She might be falling back a little bit. Here comes the 90 of Jacob Johnson. He wants to try to get to second place. Remember, if you finish in the top 10 here, there's really no benefit other than making the main race. Now the 24 and the 27 side by side in the back. Evan McCollum trying to pass the 27 or the 24 to get that final transfer spot. Sheila Harmon now falling back. She's outside of the top 5. Gary Harmon still leading this race. Look at this. This is a wad of cars, a gaggle, if you will, of cars trying to make the race. Yale Carrillo falling off the pace a little bit. We're not even halfway yet in this race, so we still have a little bit of racing to go still. Darwish Jr. might be in a predicament where he is going to lose his transfer spot. Look at the 24 of Pablo West. He's moving up the field a little bit. Started last. He's now up to 8th place. Trying to get past that 41 of Tyrell. Sheila Harmon now is in a really major predicament. She's in jeopardy of losing her transfer spot. She was up in second not too long ago. Meanwhile, up in the lead, it is Gary Harmon, first place. Jacob Johnson, second. Jeremiah Dwayne, third place. Fourth, Jacob Britt. Those 4 cars have separated from the rest of the pack. Look at Pablo West now. He is trying to crack the top 5. He wants to make this race. He's being really aggressive with some of these passes. 33, Sheila Harmon still trying to hold on now. She's in the transfer spot. That time by. The final transfer spot, that is. Now the 09, Evan McCollum trying to hold on to his transfer position. 27 of Benjamin Wallace. He is trying to get past the 09. He does not want to be outside of the top 10. We're over halfway now in this race. Evan McCollum trying to get past that 27 car still. Now Pablo West falling back a little bit. Is he going to be able to hold on to his position? Ron Jackson as well. He was the pole sitter. He's fallen back quite a bit. Big battle for second place up near the front. Number 90 of Jacob Jackson and the numbers 00 of Jeremiah Dwayne. They're fighting for second. While Gary Harmon still leads this race. Look at the bottom 3 cars now. It's still Evan McCollum, Yale Carrillo, and Darwish Jr. The 33 and the 27 are fighting for that final transfer position, but both of those cars are in the race right now. Pablo West, some of these cars back here, they're hoping for a caution or something to happen. They don't want to have to race with these last 3 cars anymore. Up near the front, Jacob Johnson, 2nd place. Jacob Britt, 3rd. Jacob hoping to make the main event. He wants to get a good points day and get out of this predicament. Look at Jacob Johnson now trying to battle Gary Harmon for the lead. He's going to try to win this race and just get some, I guess, momentum going into the next race. Couple battles, meanwhile. Look at the number 20, Yale Carrillo, trying to get past that 33 of Sheila Harmon. Benjamin Wallace got past her. Now, Sheila's in a predicament. She's trying to hold off the 20, but I don't know if she's going to be able to. These cars right here. Look at this. We've got a battle for the lead up front. Jacob Johnson now has the lead from Gary Harmon. Sheila Harmon was able to hold off that 20 of Yale Carrillo. And now we've got 2 and 3 wide racing up here. Look at that, 3 wide for the lead. Now Jacob Britt trying to take the lead away from Jacob Johnson. Now Gary is going to start to fall back a little bit. We have got 3 laps to go here at Las Vegas. This is just the qualifying race. We have the main race coming up still. They're still fighting for the lead, trying to fight for that final position. Look at the 27 underneath Sheila Harmon. Sheila did get past Benjamin Wallace for the time being. Now look at the number 20 of Yale Carrillo. He's trying to get past the 33 of Sheila Harmon. He wants that final transfer position. Right now he has it. Sheila Harmon's going to try to fight back on the outside. She might be able to. This is anybody's race for the transfer position right now. Jacob Britt now, that number 29, he is out front. He has the lead. Sheila Harmon still trying to fight for that lead. We've got 3 wide up here now. 3 wide for 2nd place. Ron Jackson has made his way all the way back up to the front of the field. Pablo West is up near the front. Jacob Britt looks like he's probably going to win. Are these guys going to be able to make it back to the line without crashing? That's the biggest thing now. If there's a crash on the last lap, wouldn't that be something? Look at Sheila Harmon now on the inside. She is going to try to go below the number 20 of Yale Carrillo. There's 3 wide. We're looking at the transfer position right here. It just changed. Sheila Harmon has it for the time being. Is she going to be able to hold off that 20 car? 3 wide to the line, and wow. Sheila Harmon able to make it to 10th place and hold off the 20 of Yale Carrillo. That was a very wild finish. We're going to go back real quick and look at the top few cars. I think there was a tie for 2nd place is what I saw in the finishing order. Look at that. Whoops. The 29, Jacob Britt, is out front. He basically just left the field, but look at this. That 33 and the 20, that was the battle for the transfer position. I don't know how Sheila made that move. I think I saw her make a move on the backstretch, I guess it was. Right here, the last lap, she was out of the race. She clears the 09 of Evan McCollum and makes a hard left down below the 20. 20 could not block her, and she is going to pass him on the last lap. So that was a very exciting race here at Las Vegas. So the top 10 here, Jacob Britt, Ryan Jackson, Jacob Johnson, Pablo West up to 4th. Cesar Ramirez, 5th place. 6th place, Gary Harmon. 7th is Benjamin Wallace. 8th place, Tyrell Resner. 9th place is Jeremiah Dwayne. And 10th place, Sheila Harmon. Those 10 will advance to the main race, and they will get to compete for the win at Las Vegas. Unfortunately, to Yale Carrillo, Evan McCollum, and Darwish Jr., you guys are going to get provisional points for not making the main race. I'm really sorry you guys could not make it, but that happens, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and save this as Las Vegas qualifier. So that's the race. That's the first race. Get ready for the second race. I'm going to go get ready and set that up, and we'll see what exactly happens in that race. Congratulations to the top 10 in this race, taking the final main event, and we will be back in a few moments with qualifying for the main race here at Las Vegas. See you guys then. And we are back here at Las Vegas, getting ready for the main race. We're going to start the qualifying right now and let that go for the next few minutes. So we saw the 29 of Jacob Britt win the qualifying race, and we saw a really cool finish with around like 6th place to about 12th place. Sheila Harmon was in 11th on the last lap, and in the last turn she made a really aggressive move on the bottom, got past the number 20 of Yale Carrillo, and she made it into this race. So, see what happens. We've got 42 cars now. I had actually, unfortunately, went through and did about 15 or 20 laps of this race, and I had the damage at realistic, and that's not a good thing, because by about lap 20 there was over half of the field out of the race, so have to go back and do it again, because that's not fair for over half of the cars to be out of the race after we started on certain settings. So I didn't realize that until about halfway, and kind of put 2 and 2 together. So here come some of the cars getting past the start-finish line for their first qualifying lap. Again, 42 cars are in this race. Third points race of the season. At the first lap for Felix Boucher, he's the points leader. He's back in 28th position. Not good for him. He's going to have a long way to go if he can't qualify any better on this upcoming lap. Very interesting qualifying so far. So we'll wait 1 more minute left to qualifying, and then we will begin the race. Now, I was, for the first couple races, I was on an online server. It allowed me to throw a caution flag out if I needed to. If the game didn't throw a caution out and there was a wreck, I was able to throw it out. Unfortunately now I can't do that because we've got 42 cars. If I went online, it only lets me put 41 for some reason. So that kind of sucks, but I'm on the like a regular offline mode now, so it allows us to have 1 extra car, so that's always a good thing. So it looks like number 9, a Bruise Zero, is going to be the pole sitter. Simon Zarnato starts second. Similar situation for him, just like Daytona. Ron Jackson, he was in that qualifying race. He's up in 3rd place. See the 41, Tyrell Resner, same position for him. He was in the qualifying race. Pablo West in the qualifying race, and he qualifies 7th. He's hoping to have a really good day here at Las Vegas. A few other notables, Sam Oskin in 9th, Aiden O'File 10th. See Sheila Harmon 16th, Gary Harmon 20th. You see Skylar Roach all the way back in 24th. He's had pretty good qualifying sessions the first few races, but he's kind of further back in the field today. So that's going to be interesting to see how he can manage to get up through the field. 48, Ryan Benjamin starts last. He needs a good finish today. So we're going to get ready to go green flag racing here shortly. I also forgot to set the cars on pit road, but they're on the backstretch. That's fine. Alright, so we have the number 9, Bruise Zero. Number 6, Simon Zarnato. They're in the front row. We've got the 30 of Ron Jackson, the 15 of Hunter Blade. We have got the 45 of Tim Zimmer, the 41 of Tyrell Resner, the 24 of Pablo West, the 7 of Tina Livingston, the 12 of Samet Oskin, the 1 of Aiden O'File, the 16 of CJ Williams, the 14 of Sahara Rocha. We got the 2 of Tim Brannigan, the 40 of Tim Hoffman. We've got the 27 of Benjamin Wallace, the 33 of Sheila Harmon, the 99 of Axel Zero, the 60 of Colton Harmon, the 18 of Kagan Polshiner, the 4 of Gary Harmon. We've got the 21 of Ryan Bannister, the 11 of Rhiannon Pickett. We have the 32 of Brett Taylor, the 81 of Skylar Rocha, the 80 of Stephen Pollard III, the 37 of Cesar Ramirez, the 17 of Alexander Jones, the 8 of Clint Spillman, the 90 of Jacob Johnson, the 42 Hugo Jimenez. We've got the 25 of Felix Boucher, he's the points leader, the 88 of Josh Hardiman. We've got the 29 of Jacob Britt, he won his qualifying race, the 38 of Sean Howe. We have the 04 of John Book, the 43 of Dawson Montenegro, the 5 of Damian Singletary, the 74 of Logan York, the 00 of Jeremiah Dwayne. Got the 97 Gavin Jones. We've got the 0 of Alex Bruno and the 48 of Ryan Benjamin. I'm getting a little better with names. I didn't have to look at the little piece of paper at all that time. So we're going to hit accelerate to get this time closer to 0 so we don't have to wait. There we go. So getting ready for the green flag here at Las Vegas. Points race number 3. Will we see another big wreck like we saw at Rockingham and Daytona? We've had wrecks in every single race. We've had 2 wrecks in the shootout. We've had a wreck in both of the duels. We've had a big wreck in the 500 with a couple other smaller wrecks. We had 4 crashes last week at Rockingham with a huge wreck included in there. We've got 67 laps. This is the shortest right now points race that we've had. Or no, it's not. This is the second shortest. So anyway, here comes the number 9 of Bruce Zero off of turn 4. He's going to bring that 6 of Simon Zarnato with him and the rest of the field. Green flag in the air here at Las Vegas. Ron Jackson at number 30. He got a really good start. Able to pull up right to that number 9 of Bruce Zero. They're racing down into turn number 1. Bruce Zero has the advantage for now, but here comes the number 6 of Simon Zarnato on the outside of him. The 30 of Ron Jackson, the 15 of Hunter Blade. Here comes the 41 of Tyrell Resner now on the bottom, making it 3 wide for second place. Already seeing a lot of 2 and 3 wide racing side by side with each other. It's now Tyrell Resner, the 30 of Ron Jackson. They're going to fight for second place. The 6 of Simon Zarnato falls back a little bit. Bruce Zero at number 9, he is leading the race. Look at Hunter Blade, look at the 45 Tim Zimmer. Pablo West, Pablo West is back here. He's trying to get some positions. He wants to have a great finish today. Tim Brannigan, Hunter Blade beside each other. Look at the 41 Tyrell Resner up there. He's trying to take second place away from Ron Jackson. I think we're going to see the outside line is probably going to be pretty strong here. I don't know how, if it's going to be able to work too early on, but later in this race, the outside might be the preferred way to go. Right now, Tyrell is not clear of that 30 car, but he almost is. Look at the 6 of Simon Zarnato now, 3 wide again for him. Looks like he might fall back a little bit more here. Oh, the 16 C.J. Williams and Pablo West almost hit each other in turn number 1. Pretty clean race so far, dare I speak. I shouldn't have said that because we know what is coming. There's probably going to be a wreck or 2 or a lot. Field racing off turn number 4. Tyrell Resner now, he finally clears that number 30 of Ron Jackson. Now he is in second place. Tyrell would love to get the lead right now and start leading some laps and get some bonus points. Remember, you get 5 bonus points if you lead a lap. You can get 5 more if you lead the most laps. Right now, there's single file up front, but Tyrell has a very fast car. I think he might try to take this lead from Bruce Zero coming up in this next turn. There he goes. He jumps down low. Here comes Ron Jackson with him. But that outside line, Bruce is able to pull away actually a little bit. That's not going to stop that 41 of Tyrell Resner. He wants to try to get out front. He's got a lot of cars behind him. CJ Williams is his 4th place. Now he's trying to get 3rd from Ron Jackson. Pablo West back there in the 24. He's in 5th. Tim Brannigan 6th place. Tim Zimmer 7th. And we have a battle for the lead yet again. Looks like the 9 of Brazier is going to try to cut him off a little bit, but I think Tyrell might get the lead here. They're still side by side for 1st. Side by side for 3rd as well. Tyrell's going to lead this lap. Is he going to be able to clear the 9? Not quite yet. And, oh! Tyrell just got hit from the 9 of Bruce Zero in the back of his car. So Tyrell can't get him cleared yet. Look at this racing down the backstretch side by side. That number 9 wants to try to keep the lead. And here comes CJ Williams. He's trying to get 3rd from Ron Jackson, and I think he might have it. He's going to try to get underneath of that number 9 car, Bruce Zero. So Tyrell Resner now clears the number 9, and now we have a battle for 2nd place. Number 9, Bruce Zero, he is going to hold on to his position for now, but CJ Williams is coming. He did get past that number 30 of Ron Jackson now. Here's Pablo West, that number 24, trying to get by Ron Jackson now, trying to get up to 4th place. Pablo West, he needs even a top 20 or top 25 finish would help him in the points after a really rough start to his point season. While we watch some of these guys up here battle, we're going to go ahead and look through the field. We see the top 10 here on the top left. Simon Zarnato has fallen back to 8th place. 9th place is Kagan Polshiner. Oh, okay, 8th place is Kagan Polshiner. Kagan's coming. I think he's trying to make it 3 wide here. Tim Brannigan up on the outside. I don't know if he got into that number 45 of Tim Zimmer. Tim Brannigan all the way up the track. There's no grip that far up, but that line of that middle line, there is some grip there. Anyway, we see the top 10. Simon Zarnato about 8th place. Tim Zimmer, Tina Livingston, they're rounding out the top 10. We have 11th through 20th place. Sarah Roach has fallen to 14th place. She started in 12th. See the 33 of Sheila Harmon. She is in 16th position. She barely made it into the race from that qualifying event. See 21st to 30th position there. Clint Spillman is in 30th, and he needs a really good finish. Skylar Roach at 22nd. He's still further back in the field. He's only gained 2 positions since the start of this race. Not looking too promising for him yet. 88 Josh Hardiman, he came into this race 2nd in the points. He is back in 33rd position. Felix Boucher came in the points leader, and he is back in 38th. So this could be a very interesting points day if things stay about how they are for the rest of this race. See, Ryan Benjamin came up to 40th position. He needs a good finish as well. But, wow, this has been a really, I don't want to say boring race. It's been a pretty good race so far. You see Pablo and Kagan now battling for 5th. Kagan's really been making some moves up here. He's trying to get to the front. He wants to lead some laps. After last week at Rockingham, he cut a tire down, went a lap down, and just could not get his lap back. I thought we would see a wreck or 2 or something by now, but these cars, they're really starting to fan out a little bit. I don't know if, I don't know, they might just be conserving their cars after that race last week. At Rockingham, we had a lot of crashes in the first half. However, we're not even at halfway yet, so we could have a lot of crashes here later on. Look at Kagan now going down low underneath the 24. The 2 and the 17 are battling for 7th. Go back a little further back in the field, see what's going on back here. Sarah Rocha, Colton Harmon, they're battling beside each other. There's a 33 Sheila Harmon, the number 99 Axel Zero. But most of these cars back here, they're single file. 90 Jacob Johnson, the 1 of 8 no file are battling. There's a big battle back here with the 88 and the 5. And a couple other cars back here as well. A lot of these cars back here are running really close to each other. They're having some great battles. Sam and Ozkin ran and Pickett beside each other. Josh Hardiman almost got turned around by the number 5 of Damian Singletary. 3 wide back here. Look at Felix Boucher, that 25. I'm surprised he is this far back in the field. He's trying to make some moves and get to the front. He does not want to be back here for long. 48 Ryan Benjamin wrecked in the first 2 races. He needs to have a good run. He is close to that top 32 car cutoff. And right now he's running in 40th, or 39. So the 41 Tyrell Resner, 16 CJ Williams, they're first and second. Bruiser is still third. Ron Jackson back to 4th. Pablo West 5th. Kagan Polshiner is in 6th. 7th is Alexander Jones. 8th Tim Brankin. 9th Tina Livingston. And 10th is at 6 of Simon Zarnato. See the whole field here. Racing out of turn number 4. We might have a pretty calm race compared to the last few weeks. Very surprised. I thought we were going to have a like a wreck fest of a race. See a little bit of a battle for 3rd happening, but Ron falls back a little bit. Actually falls back a lot. I don't know if that was just that bottom line. Bottom line might be fading a little bit now. We are nearing the halfway point of this race. I think everybody might just be conserving their stuff, waiting until the end to really start racing and start doing some stuff. Oh no, there's a caution. I thought they were a little slow on the field. Who was that? Is that? Oh, the 97 Gavin Jones. And it looks like that's the only car involved. First caution of the day. It looks like it's going to be a single car crash. Big upset for Gavin Jones. He wanted a good finish today. You see right there, turn number 3 and 4, there's some skid marks. Showed that he was probably spun out and hit the wall, and everybody's coming down pit road. We're nearing the halfway point here at Las Vegas, not Rockingham. See who gets out of pit road first. We'll go back and look at the reason for the caution on lap number 20 of 67. I think everybody come down pit road. They might be able to make it now on fuel. Haven't seen a race go green flag yet to where everybody needs gas. Next week at Darlington, that might be the case. Darlington has been a kind of boring race. I've been trying to make it more interesting. I've been testing there, but that might just be a green flag race next week. We'll find out and see. Oh, there's a crash. David Oskin and the 16 of CJ Williams further back in pit road. They hit each other. Meanwhile, Tyrell Resner is going to get the lead off of pit road. I don't think Tina Livingston picked up 2 positions, but other than that, I don't think the top 10 really changed at all. That 29 Jacob Britt right there, exiting pit road. 12 Simon Oskin. 25 Felix Boucher, he lost a lot of positions on pit road. So while the cars are getting back in order, let's go back and take a look at Gavin Jones's wreck, number 97. Fast forward a little bit here. We'll see on the backstretch, I don't know. Oh, it looked like that 43, Dawson Montenegro, spun him out into the wall really hard for Gavin. That is going to end his day, fortunately. So after lap 23, well, we're on lap 23. After lap 22 into 23, Tyrell Resner is the leader. C.J. Williams second. Bruce Zero is fourth. Bruce Zero is third. Ron Jackson fourth. Fifth is Kagan Polshiner. Sixth, Pablo West. Top six have not changed at all. Seventh is Tina Livingston. Eighth is Alexander Jones. Ninth is Brett Taylor. He's made his way to the top 10. And 10th place is the number 6 of Simon Zarnato. See, 11th is Tim Brannigan. 12th, Sheila Harmon. She's made her way up near the top 10. 13th, Logan York. He won last week at Rockingham. 14th, Colton Harmon. 15th, Tim Zimmer. 16th, Axel Zero. 17th, Skylar Rocha. 18th is Robbie Bannister. 19th, Hugo Jimenez. 20th, Hunter Blade. 21st, Sarah Rocha. She's fallen back a little bit. 22nd, Gary Harmon. 23rd, Jacob Johnson. 24th, Raymond Pickett. 25th is Damian Singletary. 26th is Benjamin Wallace. 27th, Aiden O'File. 28th is Jacob Britt. 29th, John Book. 30th, Alex Bruno. 31st, Josh Hardiman. 32nd, Salmon Oskin. 33rd, Jeremiah Dwayne. 34th, Josh Hardiman. 35th is Tim Hoffman. 36th is Ryan Benjamin. 37th is Dawson Montenegro. 38th is Stephen Pollard III. 39th is Felix Boucher. 40th is Sean Howe. Let's see. 41st, Cesar Ramirez. And then 42nd, Gavin Jones. I will be right back as we are about ready to start the green flag yet again. Oh, right. Sorry about that, guys. So the 41 Tyrell Resner, still the leader. I wonder if we're going to have a lead change. Everyone has fresh tires now, so they might be a little more racy now than what they were at the beginning of the, well, near the middle of that run. C.J. Williams is second, third, Bruce Zero. Here comes the 41 Tyrell Resner, leading the field back to the green flag. Green flag lap number 25 out of 67. Look at C.J. Williams get a great start, it looks like. I thought he was going to pass that 41 on the outside. Pablo West now going to try to make a move on Kagan Polshiner. Pablo West going to try to take 5th place from Kagan. They've been battling back and forth. And Bruce Zero going to try to take 2nd from C.J. Williams on this restart. Bruce Zero started 1st, and now he's back up to 2nd. Here comes the 30 of Ron Jackson. He wants to try to get 2nd place now. Pablo West is in the top 5. Meanwhile, Tyrell Resner, he has jumped out to a slight lead right now while these guys are battling for 2nd and onward back. Nice restart. Pretty clean. Ron Jackson cannot get past the number 9. Now here comes the 24 trying to get 3rd place. Pablo West having a really good run today. Top 5 for him so far. It looks like Pablo might get 3rd. And here comes Tina Livingston. She's going to jump up to 5th place. She's had a good race here at Las Vegas. She didn't have that great of a run last week at Rockingham, so she fell a little bit in the points. Kagan's fallen back. Meanwhile, it looks like the number 6 of Simon Zarnato is trying to come up through the field. Now Pablo West up to 3rd place. He's going to try to possibly even take 2nd from Bruce Zero now. I think that 24 car might be a huge contender today. He wants some redemption after being involved in wrecks and in Daytona and at Rockingham. He did not finish on either of those races. Look at the number 7 of Tina Livingston up to 4th place. Pablo West going to try to get underneath that number 9 of Bruiser now. He wants second place so bad from that number 9. Tyrell Resner has not been able to really pull away now. He did start to pull away on the restart. Now he is kind of in the same, or kind of at the same distance as he was a few laps ago. Still green flag for the most part. I thought we were going to have a little bit more of a wild race, but that does not seem to be the key today. At least not yet. Ron Jackson wants to get back up here in this battle. Meanwhile, second place now, Pablo West. Now he's going to go look for the lead here at Las Vegas. Look at that, underneath that 41 car, Tyrell Resner. Can Pablo West get back to the lead? Well, can he get the lead? I don't think he's led any lap other than possibly Daytona, but I don't even think he led a lap at Daytona. I think he was out of the race so early on that he didn't lead a lap. If he did, he only led about 1 or 2 laps. Pablo West was involved in that massive crash last week at Rockingham. Now he's underneath of the 41 of Tyrell Resner. Here comes Tina Livingston. She's in the top 3. We're nearing the halfway point here at Las Vegas. Big battle for the lead, and everybody's going to suck right up to these leaders. Tyrell's not going to give that lead up quite yet, but Pablo's looking really quick. So is that 7 of Tina Livingston and that 6 of Simon Zarnato. Simon's really came up through the field since that restart. He was back in 10th place. Now he's in 4th place. So Pablo West, now the leader of this race, hasn't led a lap in a very long time, so he is feeling really happy right now. He is out front. He is the leader. Number 17 of Livingston, she's going to get past Tyrell Resner, and I think Simon Zarnato is going to try to get past her. See the 41 Tyrell Resner falling back a little bit. He was the leader. Now he's falling back to 5th place. And possibly even 6th place now. That 17 Alexander Jones trying to get past her as well. Ron Jackson still up here. Brett Taylor's back in 10th still. He has not made any ground on the since the restart. See the number 6 Simon Zarnato now. He is up to 2nd. And that puts Tina Livingston back to 3rd. Pablo West, though, starting to lead some laps here at Las Vegas near the halfway point. Actually, right now is going to be the halfway mark of this race. We've only had 1 caution. Very surprising there. I thought we were going to have a lot more wrecks by this point, but green flag racing is always good. We get to see a lot of cool racing, and while these guys are up here trying to catch the 24, let's go back and see some of the cars. This is last place going up through the field. Felix Boucher, Ryan Benjamin are battling each other. They're still really far back. See the 8 of Clint Spillman, Sean Howe. They need some good finishes, but they're further back in the field. Samet Oskin, the Daytona 500 winner. See Stephen Pollard III. He's had a pretty good season, but he's mired back in the field. 88 of Josh Hardiman, still further back. These guys just can't get up through the field right now. Jacob Britt, he won his qualifying race. He needs to get up here. Remember, the top 32 in points, they automatically advance into the race. See the 33 Sheila Harmon, she was up in 12th on that restart. She's back to 19th is where we're at. 18th is Tim Brannigan. 17th Skylar Rocha. 16th is Sarah Rocha. They're not really having that great of runs compared to what they had last week at Rockingham. But yeah, top 32 in the points. They automatically make the main race. And then if you're 33rd on back, you have to qualify your way in. That's how we're going to do the format now. I did mention that at the beginning of the season that we might have to do that depending on how many people sign up. It's gotten to the point where we have over 42 cars, so we have to do it that way. A couple cars won't make the race. We saw the number 09 of Evan McCollum, the number 20 of Yale Carrillo, and the number 66 Darwish Jr. They did not make the field. They will, all 3 of those cars will get provisionals for this race. Number 6, Simon Zarnato, trying to catch that 24 car. Simon would love to have a win here, but Pablo, I think, is going to put up a fight. And if Pablo can keep his car up here in this field, I think he'll be happy with that, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this race is going to play out still. We still have about 30 more laps left. Very surprised we've only seen one caution, only one car out of the race. I can tell you guys next week at Atlanta, it is going to be a wild race. It's going to be a lot of fun, though. I think you guys will enjoy that race. The way that Atlanta is set up, it's kind of like a super speedway race at first. It does kind of turn into a super speedway race. It seems like one, at least. It's a very cool track, very cool how the racing is. So, I think you guys will like it. Here comes the 6 now underneath Pablo West. I thought they were going to make some contact there. Pablo's led for a few laps. Simon Zarnata now wants the lead. So they've really separated themselves from the pack, but with them battling side by side, that's going to allow that number 7, Tina Livingston, to catch up to them. So Tina Livingston had a pretty good run at Rockingham, and well, I don't know, she kind of did, but she fell back, and I think she was involved in one of the wrecks, I think. The Simon Zarnata now out front here at Las Vegas. Pablo West is going to run in second and possibly try to mount another attack to try to get the lead. See at number 7, Tina Livingston lurking in the back, right behind these cars. Pablo West coming back on the outside. I don't know if he's going to have enough grip up there to make a run on the outside, but now it looks like he's going to fall back a little bit. He's still on the outside, though. He's still trying to catch that number 6. See, the top 3 have made their way up through the field, and they've really separated themselves. Right now, we don't have a whole lot of action going on right now. There is some racing further at the back. I guess we can go take a look at that while these cars are up here racing. See, Bruce Zero, Tyrell Resner, Ron Jackson, Robbie Bannister. He's up to 7th. He's had a pretty good run. Colton Harmon up to 9th, and look at this big battle up here. 42 and the 14. This is for 11th place. Sarah Rocha, Skylar Rocha, they're making their way up through the field. Hugo Jimenez on the outside in that 42 car. Same with CJ Williams back there. He's on the outside line. Some of these cars are starting to race kind of close together back here. Oh. I might not put my number 60 car of Colton Harmon in the race next week at Atlanta. Might give him a provisional. So if I do that, then that means that we're going to have, I believe, 11 cars in the qualifying race advance to the race. But I don't know, my car is finished kind of up near the field, or up near the front of the field last week at Rockingham. So, like I said, I'm not in it for points. I'm in it for fun. So I'll probably just have him skip the race next week. That way I can drop down below the top 32 in points. And I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't really mind doing that. You guys are the ones that are racing, but yeah, we'll see. There's still a little bit of racing left in this race here at Las Vegas. You see, there's still a couple battles here. Kagan's fallen back to about 15th place. Tim Brannigan back here. There's a little bit of a battle going on back here with some of these cars here. See Sheila Harmon still in the back of the field. Same with the 88. And my gosh, I can't believe the 25 of Felix Boucher. He has not been able to get up near the front. Unfortunate for him. So 21 more laps to go here at Las Vegas. Pretty calm race. It's a very different race than what we've seen in the past few weeks. We've seen a lot of wild racing, a lot of wrecks. So you do need some kind of, not really boring races, but you need some green flag racing. Helps people get up through the field and make some positions and get some points. Pablo West, Simon Zarnata still trying to figure out who's going to take the lead here, and none of these cars are able to run away from the field. You see Tina's kind of a half a second or so back from the field, and 4th place is a second and a half or even more now back behind these cars. one car out of the race. That's the number 97 of Gavin Jones. Dawson Montenegro is in 41st. He is the one that spun Gavin Jones. He is not having a good day. So the pit stops, they jumbled the field up a little bit, and everyone still, they're just kind of running single file. That's really weird, because I did some testing here before this race, last night actually, and they were racing like crazy. There was all sorts of wrecks, and all this stuff was happening. It was the same exact car set that I'm using now, so I don't know. I guess these cars just don't want to race that, that much. Let's look through the field here at some of the battles going on, if any. See 17 Alexander Jones going to try to get underneath that 30 of Ron Jackson. See the whole field there in the back, and oh, they made some contact. The 17 and the 30 make some contact into turn number 3. Well, they might start racing now. Alexander Jones forces the issue on that 30 car. Still, it's pretty single file for the most part. The 90 Jacob Johnson trying to get past Axel Zero. Alex Bruno trying to make his way past Kagan Polshiner. A lot of racing going on back here. Will we see another caution before the end of this thing? I thought we were going to see one up near the front with that 17 and 30. Ron Jackson, that number 30 car, wrecked last week at Rockingham in his first start. And he's up in the top 10. He qualified his way into the race, and looks like he is going to possibly get a pretty good finish. So, great job for that team. Able to rebound on their race after last week. I feel like this race is just picking up. We might have another crash or two or something, and see what happens. I mean, they're starting a race. See the 25 of Felix Boucher now starting to come up through the field. The 8, the 40, and the 43 just can't get up there. So top 3 right there. They're still far ahead of Bruiser and all these other cars that are back here. We're going to watch some of these cars now. Oops, wrong button. Alright, we're going to watch some of these cars back here racing. Look at the 30, Ron Jackson, underneath that 17, Alexander Jones. The battle for 7th place. Can't believe it, we have 14 laps left. This race is it's not even 40 minutes into this race yet. We've only been green flag for about 30 laps. Alexander Jones now on the bottom of the 30. Gonna try to make that pass in turn number 3. He door checked the 30 a little bit ago. Looks like he is gonna get past Ron Jackson for 7th place. Meanwhile, Simon Zarnato, Pablo West, Tina Livingston, still the top 3. They're not really too close to each other. You see 3 wide back here now for 8th place. Colton Harmon in that 60 trying to get up to the front. See Sarah Rocha, Skylar Rocha, they're back here. They're trying to get in the top 10. 74 Logan York has had a really good run today. He's made a lot of positions up. He was the winner last week at Rockingham. So looking like he is having a great points day. He might walk out of this thing with the points lead the way it's going. 30 car Ron Jackson back to 10th place. 11th is Hugo Jimenez. And look at this, Sarah Rocha trying to get past the 42 now. She's going to bring her son, Skylar Rocha, with her. Some battles back here still going on. Kagan Polshiner falling back still. 29 Jacob Britt, he's having a decent run. Not too good, not too bad. Kind of halfway through the field. Let's see, we're back in 26th. That's better than what he's finished in the last 2 races, though, so. See Gary Harmon, Sheila Harmon battling each other. And there's a lot of side-by-side action back here going on. Clint Spillman, he's made a position. He passed that 04 of John Book. See the top 2 cars up here still. Simon Zarnato, Pablo West. These cars there over almost 3 seconds ahead of 4th place. It is crazy how far of a gap these guys have put on these cars. We've been green flag for about 40 laps. We might see some pit stops at the end of this thing. It could turn into a very interesting finish. They're still battling up here. You see still more battles back here going on. Robbie Bannister up to 6th place, trying to get 5th from the 41 Tyrell Resner. Back here a little bit more, Logan York battling with Colton Harmon. Logan trying to keep 8th place. You see Sarah Roches came now up in the top 10. Good race for her. She started further back in the field. So did that 81 of Skylar Rocha. Skylar started back in the 25th or something. He's able to get up near the top 10. That's pretty impressive. Pit stops definitely helped a little bit. So Logan York has his hands full right now. He's trying to keep his position, but I think right now with the end of the race, everybody's trying to race hard, trying to keep their positions. Colton going to try to pass him on the outside. Tires are definitely worn out. Oh, you see 3 wide back here now. 42 Hugo Jimenez is going to get into the side of Sarah Rocha. That's going to push Colton all the way up to the top of the track, and that's going to jumble everybody up back here. Hugo is going to take the position. Now he's going to get into the top 10. Looks like he might be in 9th place. He was outside of the top 10, so he gained a couple positions that time by. Hugo Jimenez looking underneath the 74 of Logan York. If we get a caution in the next few laps, it could be the end of the race. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'd like to see a green flag finish. Even though the top 3 cars are really separated from each other and from the whole pack. Hugo Jimenez, he is on a roll right now. Still battling for 9th place. See the 21 Robbie Bannister up to 3rd place now, or 4th place, I'm sorry. Up to 4th place. He started further back in this field. Tyrell Resner, Bruce Zero, they're battling each other now for 5th. Go up front and see the leaders here. Simon Zarnato, Pablo West, 1st and 2nd. Doesn't look like Pablo is going to have anything for Simon at the moment. Back here, some of the racing back here is kind of stopped for the time being. Ron Jackson falling back to 13th. He's going to try to get past Skylar again. Look at some of the cars in the back of this field. Yeah, it's single file for the most part. Crazy. These cars back here, they're racing really hard. I don't know what's happened to Kagan. He's fallen back quite a bit. Outside the top 20 now. See Benjamin Wallace and Gary Harmon, they almost got into each other. He's had a lot of racing going on back here. Just a couple more laps to go. If we get a caution, it is going to be the end of the race. These cars back here, they're racing really hard with each other. They're really close, side by side, a lot of battling going on. Meanwhile, up here, 2 laps to go here at Las Vegas. Pablo West is pretty close to Simon Zarnato. Is he going to be able to get the lead? Is he going to be able to make a pass on the last lap? See the rest of the field. You see 4th place is almost 4 seconds away from these guys. So Simon Zarnato coming out of turn number 4. He is going to take the white flag here at Las Vegas. 1 more lap to go. Pablo West is going to, I think he's going to try to make a move. I don't know, he fell back a little bit in turn 1. Is he going to get a good launch out of turn number 2? Tina Livingston back in 3rd place there. She's not going to be a factor in this race. Look at Pablo West. No, I don't think he's going to be able to. I thought he was going to try to make a move. Looks like Simon Zarnato, number 6, out of turn number 4, is going to win here at Las Vegas. Pablo West with a much-needed 2nd place finish. That's basically like a victory for him after his season that he has had. Tina Livingston going to be 3rd. See the rest of the field right here. See a huge gaggle of cars here, 3 wide after the finish. So very interesting race, only 1 caution flag today. It's not something that we've seen in recent weeks. It's kind of refreshing though, kind of refreshing to have a nice green flag race. So your finishing results after this race: Simon Zarnato gets his first win, Pablo West second with a lot of redemption. Third, Tina Livingston. Fourth, Robbie Bannister. Fifth, Bruiser. Sixth, Tyrell Resner. He qualified in this race and finishes sixth. He should be in the top 32 in points, I believe. Alexander Jones finishes seventh. Hugo Jimenez eighth. Ninth place, Logan York, and I think he might have the points lead now. 10th place, Colton Harmon. 11th place, Sarah Rocha. 12th place, Skylar Rocha. 13th, Ron Jackson. He gets some redemption after Rockingham. Qualifies his way into the race and finishes 13th. He might be in the top 32 in points as well. Jacob Johnson in 14th. 15th is Axel Zero. 16th, Alex Bruno. 17th, Aiden Nofile. 18th, Sean Howe. 19th, Jeremiah Dwayne. 20th, Stephen Pollard III. 21st is Damian Singletary. 22nd, Jacob Britt. It's a decent finish for him. Pretty good after the start he's had. 2 DNFs, and he will finish in 22nd. That's not too bad. CJ Williams fell back to 23rd. He had a pretty good run going at the beginning of this race. Brett Taylor was in the top 10 on that restart. Finishes 24th. 25th, Kagan Polshiner. He was near the top 5. He fell back a lot. Benjamin Wallace, 26th. 27th is Cesar Ramirez. 28th, Gary Harmon. I don't think Gary is going to be in the top 32 in points. 29th, Tim Zimmer. Not that great of a finish for him. He was just in the back of the field and could not get up there. 30th, Rhiannon Pickett. 31st, Hunter Blade. 32nd, Sheila Harmon, another one that qualified into this race, but I don't think she's going to be in the top 32 in points. 33rd, Samet Oskin, the Daytona 500 winner. 34th, Felix Boucher. He came into this race with the points lead, but I think he might lose that, might fall back a couple positions. Josh Hardiman, second coming into this race and the points. Again, I think he's going to fall back a little bit. Him and Felix both having really bad days today. Ryan Benjamin finished this race. He needed a good finish. 36th is not a good finish, but he did finish at least, and that's I believe the first race he's finished this season as well. Dawson Montenegro, 37th. He caused the first and only caution. 38th, Tim Brannigan. He fell back quite a bit. Clint Spillman, after wrecking at Rockingham, needed a good finish, and he finishes 39th. Not a good finish for him either. John Book finishes 40th. 41st, Tim Hoffman, and out of the race is the 97 of Gavin Jones. Very interesting race. Very, very interesting. The points are going to be very, very wild to see. I don't know how that's going to work out. So we'll show you the points here in 1 second. Stick around, and I'm going to get them ready. So here are the points after race number 3. With her third place finish, Tina Livingston gets to the lead now with only a 3-point lead over Bruiser. Logan York, 20 points behind. We have a really close battle for the lead. 15 cars are within 100 points. That can really change in a race. Felix Boucher came in the points leader with about a 35-point lead. He will leave Las Vegas with a 63 point gap in a negative towards Tina Livingston, the points leader. Josh Hardiman came in second. He is in 10th place. Logan York up to third, so he's not doing too bad. He's only 20 points out of the lead. See, the first car with a DNF is the number 12, the Samet Oskin. Right behind him, Pablo West, 2 DNFs, but Pablo's up to 20th. So that was a much-needed finish for him. Simon Zarnato, he finishes first, and he is up to 5th place in points. So that really, it didn't shake the points up too much, but it did get everybody kind of closer in the points. So now let's go down and look at the bottom of the field. Now there is a car down here. I want to show you guys this real quick. Simon Zarnato, for some reason, he's in this twice, but he doesn't have any points here, and this isn't counting. I don't know why he's in it 2 times, but Simon is up in 5th, as I showed you guys earlier. So see Ryan Benjamin with his somewhat bad finish. He's in 31st in points, so not too good. of a position for him, but he is in the top 32. Clint Spillman is in the top 22 or top 32 as well, so he is not going to have to race his way in next week at Atlanta. See, he has 224 points. He's only 8 points to the good though. Jacob Britt, Tim Hoffman, Ron Jackson, Gavin Jones, Gary Harmon, Tyrell Resner, Evan McCollum, Cesar Ramirez, Darvish Jr., Jeremiah Dwayne, Yale Carrillo, Benjamin Wallace, and Sheila Harmon. You guys will all have to race your way in. Like I said, though, I don't really care about the points for my car, so I am going to forfeit my position. So instead of 10 cars qualifying, it's going to be 11. So we're going to have 2 cars that do not make the race next week. Technically 3. I'm not going to have my car in the race at all. I mean, you see a lot of these cars, the bottom 30 or the bottom 13 or however many cars it is, Jacob Britt, Tim Hoffman, they have started in all 3 races, but they have not had a good season. Jacob's had 1 DNF, same with Tim, but today at Las Vegas, they did not have good finishes, so they're further back in the field than what they wanted to be. Jacob had a really good chance at getting in the top 32 in points, but could not get a good finish. Tim, I think, finished, 42nd? 41st, 40th, something like that. Ron Jackson, a decent finish for him. He did have a really good run going, but he's 35th in points, so yeah, to the lead, these guys, they're still between 200 and 400 points away. Anything can happen, though. I mean, we saw the top 2 in points today going into this race had issues and did not finish too well. So right here you see Evan McCollum, you see Darvish Jr. and Yale Carrillo, all 3 with provisionals. That's what this column here is for. They just got provisionals from the race today, so Sheila Harmon only getting 67 points today. This is her first race, but she finished behind all of these cars. You see, it shows Yale Carrillo and Darvish Jr. only having 1 start. They both started last week at Rockingham, but they did get provisional points today. So they do have more than a few of these other cars down here. Benjamin Wallace and Sheila Harmon. Benjamin and Sheila are both in their first race. That's why they're further back in the field. So we will see what happens next week. It's going to be a very interesting week, that's for sure. Like I said, Atlanta is going to be a wild race. We will see you guys next week. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this race. We'll see you next week at Atlanta.